Hi, I'm going to talk about another simple but important concept regarding the Oracle VM CLI. Things you will need to know to be successful with the CLI. The CLI operates on objects and object attributes found within the Oracle VM environment or model. We use the CLI to list, create, delete, modify, and operate on objects and attributes of objects. So it's worthwhile to understand the differences between objects, object instances, and object attributes. So in this video, we're going to explore the basic relationship between the CLI commands and the objects and attributes of the objects found in the Oracle VM model. I'm not going to cover all of the CLI commands, objects or attributes, just a few to help you understand how the CLI works. So we'll go ahead and open up our manager. Now I'm already logged in, of course. I have my first object highlighted, server pools is an object. Actually, let me close the jobs pane down here to get a little more real estate. And that server pool in turn has a couple of objects associated with it. And that's pool 1 and pool 2. Let's go back to pool 1. Now you can see here that this object has some attributes associated with it. It has an object instance ID, an object instance name, and then other attributes like how many servers are in the pool, is it clustered or not, the master server, which server is it in the pool at the moment, virtual IP, what that is, and you can see the other attributes in here. And there are a few more that are associated with it. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at what that looks like from the CLI perspective on the command line. So I'm going to go ahead and open up a terminal here and then log in SSH admin and I'm already on the manager, so I'm just going to go log in as localhost or on localhost if I can spell it. Port 10,000, and then we get logged in. Alright, now looking at the objects, the two things that we just looked at right now, we can list server P for pool and tab, and you can see the server pools object contains the other two objects, which are pool 1 and pool 2. Now the list command, just so you know, we'll probably cover this a little later in the next video, list command always returns, any list command on any object only returns these two values. They return the object instance ID and the object instance name. And that's all the list command ever returns. Now show, on the other hand, gives you more detail about a specific object instance. In this case, let's look at pool 1. So I'm going to look at server pool again. But this time I'm going to look at the name. I'm going to use the show command for the object instance called pool 1. Now show gives you a lot more detail about a specific instance. And all the show commands operate like this. So I'm going to hit return, and now you can see the same attributes that we saw up here in the management pane. The object instance name, ID, is clustering enabled, the virtual IP, master server, and you can see all the other attributes associated with it. VMs, VM guests is another attribute of a server pool, of course, and servers. So let's see. That should give you the actual basic idea of what we're trying to do here. But let me show you one other object in here just for the heck of it. I'm going to go over here to Repositories tab, and then I have an object called Repositories, and then I have these two repositories here, Pool 1, Repo 1, and Template Repo. Now I can copy, I highlight this instance ID of the repository. I'm going to highlight that. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to open up my management window again, or my command line window, and I'm going to go ahead and show repo tab, and then this time I'm going to use the ID instance, or the instance ID, which I copied from the UI screen, and now I'm just going to paste it here. And then there we go. And there's all the attributes associated with a repository, or this particular repository instance. And so we can see right here the name, the ID, and then everything else that's associated with it. Anyway, that should give you a basic understanding of the relationships between the CLI commands and the objects and attributes and how they relate to between the command line and the user interface. Anyway, thanks for your attention.